Adam from Rivers of Nihil, and you're listening to the FANTASM Podcast.
Phantasm.
Maximum terror.
Oh! That's your target audience, baby!
Phantasm.
And you know something? I sort of enjoyed it.
Phantasm.
Sell the metal! Sell the metal! Sell the metal! Sell the metal!
Phantasm.
Hey, this is Dr. Vincent West, medical doctor with the Phantasm Podcast. And today, one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite people. He's been on multiple times. Go listen to our back catalog. He will appreciate it. Listen to his back catalog. He has a lot of great records. My dear friend Adam from Rivers of Nihil is going to be on with us today. We're going to be talking about their amazing tour that they're doing right now with Fallujah, Alluvial. I'm probably saying that wrong. Alluvial. I'm trying to say that right, Adam. And Warforged. And they're coming to a town near you. They're touring right now. And, sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing good. And the last thing we did was fantastic, and it's a great interview, and what a great record, man. Just to kind of dip into that real quick, the work is that was my favorite record that came out last year.
Thank you so much.
Of course, and you guys poured, as you always do with your records, you pour so much into the record, and you're out touring now. You're on this great tour package. So what is new with you? What has been going on in the world of Adam with Rivers of Nihil? What's going on?
Oh, well, never any shortage of that stuff. I had a kid back in January.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Is my firstborn son, Simon.
Amazing.
So that was a lot of my world for a while, but all the while knew this tour was on the way, so I was stuck between taking care of my kid and just enjoying all of that as much as possible, and getting ready for the most important headline tour that we've done to date. So yeah, I've been a busy guy.
You have, and congratulations again on your son, and that's amazing. Great life experience. And then the tour. How's the tour going so far?
So far, the tour is going great. The show's been awesome. All the bands are really sick, just as we had planned. So that's all going according to plan. You were saying, Alluvial. That is correct.
Nice, good.
I feel like this. It's kind of a mouthful of a tour to say all the bands.
It's great.
Fallujah, Rivers of Nihil. It's a bunch of weird things to say. But yeah, all the bands are top notch. We know, like, Warforged are old friends of ours from Chicago. Like back when we used to tour as like an independent band.
Wow.
We would hang out with those guys when we rolled through Chicago and like play as many shows with them as we possibly could. So when it came time to put this tour together, it's like we felt like they were ready to do this, and they've been crushing it. Alluvial is just full of like excellent musicians and friends like Wes Houck, who's just probably pound for pound one of the best guitar players out there today.
Fabulous.
Fallujah we go way back with too, and they're putting out a new record and they're just killing it like always, and then there's us. So yeah, it's been awesome.
It's exciting, and it looks like it's a great tour package. Look, a lot of the shows are doing real well, and it looks like a really exciting tour. Do you feel like is at this point with going through and selecting songs for a live set, is that getting harder to do now as the catalog grows, or?
Yeah, definitely. Like the set that we're playing on this tour, it went through like 1 billion revisions. Like at first we were trying to do this thing where we play like little vignettes of each record, and which was would have been great, but like to get to do what we wanted to do and like what people expected to hear, like the set would have been like would have been like 2 hours long or something like that.
Sure.
So that wasn't going to fly, and we had to cut it down. And then we found out Zach, the guy who does saxophone for us, was available for the tour. So
that's awesome.
We had to kind of utilize him to the maximum. What we ended up with, it was like what I think is a cool mix between the last 2 records of songs, and that's what we're playing live, and we're playing a lot of the new stuff live, and that's been fun to bring that to life.
Yeah, that record was it was so much and such a rewarding experience as a listener for me as a fan. The work is it's superb, and so yeah, I can only imagine performing those cuts live has got to be a lot of fun. Whoa. And I lost him somehow. Shit. Calling Adam back from Rivers of Nihil.
Please leave your message for...
Oh, shit. I think his phone may have died. Well, we'll hang tight a second. This is Dr. Vincent West performing a unscheduled vignette. Hi, kids. This is Dr. Vincent West, Medical Doctor. Be sure to listen to Godless Heathens, West Out West, and Phantasm Podcast at a local podcast streaming service near you. And here's Adam again. No idea what happened.
Yeah, no, I think that was my end. Sorry, dude.
You're fine. We are absolutely good to go. But I would say that's that's got to be fulfilling for you after writing such a great record to have to see those cuts come to life live and for your fans.
Yeah, I mean it's a sort of a little mix of exciting, definitely exciting on my end, and but also kind of nerve-wracking because the songs are bigger and more complicated and
sure.
like more in depth. Like there's a lot of singing for me to do, etc. And like that was pretty intimidating to get myself in the right headspace to get that all tight and everything. But I also, was itching for a chance to prove that this stuff was going to really kick ass live, and so far I think that's definitely been the case.
Well, I mean, the record, I can only imagine how the stuff sounds live. The album is masterful, as I told you when we spoke last year. To go back, if it's cool, real quick, go back to picking the songs for the live set. I would say it's probably getting kind of complicated though now.
Yeah, it is a little bit, and it's also like you kind of like got to boil it down to what exactly. And for us right now, at least, we're boiling it down to what exactly do we think the fans are looking to hear when they see us live. And,
sure.
I mean, if like our rises in successes has been any indication, it's been mostly the last 2 records that people have really gotten into. Like
absolutely.
Some diehards that really get into the first 2 records, but we haven't played any of that stuff, and so far nobody's really complained. And I think just as musicians now, like we prefer playing the newer material.
Oh, sure.
As opposed to the older stuff. Just it feels like the leaps have been so great in between that by now the old stuff feels like little kids wrote it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. We had planned on playing a decent amount of older stuff, but it just it all extended up on the cutting room floor because everything else sounded so much better to us. Hey
man, look, I've always thought, I've been a fan since way back. I think you guys evolve with every record. I love the classic stuff, but I mean, the last record, like I said, the only word I would use to describe the work is masterful. It's just a great listening experience, and you guys are obviously growing as artists, as musicians as well, and as artists, as a band. So it's fun to go along the journey, and I love that you're bringing that to the live set. That's great.
Yeah, man. It's not that we're never gonna go back to playing older stuff at any point, but I which we definitely will. Just this time, it felt like we wanted to pick the absolute strongest tracks and like what would make for the best live show, and
sure.
It just happened to be all newer stuff. Hey,
it sounds great to me. But yeah, as far as like when you guys finish this tour up, any other touring stuff this year? Or?
Yeah, we have a decent like little festival run going on over in Europe.
Amazing.
In August. Yeah, so we're doing. I can't remember the names of all the festivals, but I'm so terrible with that kind of stuff. But we'll be over there, hitting the big ones over there.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then we have another tour, the Faces of Death tour later in the year.
Oh.
In Europe as well, and we also have another tour that isn't announced yet. So.
Oh, hey, congratulations, man! That's awesome.
We're very busy boys.
It's a great thing when you guys are out touring, and I wish you all the best with that. As far as doing the European stuff, you going to change the setup any? I mean, does it have to be more of a condensed set because of less time, or?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna mess with the set, between this tour, and like the festival appearances and anything else that we do.
Sure. Going
on, we're gonna bring out a different set of songs. The nice thing of when we first put together that big monster 2-hour set list or whatever, was that we all did track all of that material.
Uh-huh.
So like all that stuff is ready to go. Like we can make a new set out of anything that we've practiced in that, and it's like all the classics. So we kind of feel like we have it all at our fingertips right now.
Oh yeah, man! It's just the sky and beyond. Are you already working on new cuts for the next project?
We haven't really put any hard material together yet. But
Uh-huh.
we are we've definitely discussed a lot about what it is we want to do on another record.
Sure.
And like what we want it to sound like and everything. But which is, in my opinion, that's like just as important as actually sitting down and writing the riffs. Making sure that everybody's on the same page as far as what we want the next record to do.
I mean, I couldn't imagine what it's going to sound like. Like I said, the work took me by such surprise, and then I can't imagine it's going to be so exciting to hear the next thing as well. But yeah, that's killer, man. I'm so happy for you with everything. I wish you all the best with that. That's so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And then as far as like. So the COVID stuff, we kind of talked about this a little bit last time. You got the writing process, you got the work, it comes out, whatever. What's it like being back out on the road?
So we did a tour with Black Dahlia Murder back like last September.
Right.
And like, so we went out there and like we toured, and you would think that was more, that was more COVID land we were touring in. But by comparison, that seemed like better. I feel like everybody's kind of crazier now or something.
Sure.
Like everything's a little more bleak.
Absolutely.
for lack of a better term, I think everybody's exhausted. Like people are coming out to these shows, which is fantastic, but there is just like this air of like, everybody's just like on pins and needles. Like this might be the last show we ever go to. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the state of everything just seems kind of like it's all just fucked. For me, anyway, it just seems it's just weird. I haven't been to a show since February of 20.
Jeez.
So, yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of health problems. I don't know if I told you that last time, but I just can't be.
Right.
I want to, but I just can't be dancing out to anything. I go to the grocery store, I end up a corpse, so it's I'm going to be careful with everything I do. I'm glad other people are getting out there, but I would love to get back out there, but I haven't had the nerve to do it yet, as bad as that sounds. But
can't blame you. Can't blame you. All things considered.
Yeah, it's a lot of health problems and stuff, but
yeah.
But real quick, I just ask you about this too. As far as like doing European tours, not necessarily the festival stuff, but like a European tour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that different touring in front of the European market as opposed to the American market?
In the past, yeah, like it was definitely very easy to be like, yeah, this is a very European crowd versus an American crowd. But like we haven't been to Europe since the pandemic hit. I think the last time we were in Europe was February of 2020, and like right when it was all going down.
Sure.
Like we just like trying to, we just made it out of Italy before they closed their borders, and then the whole thing just went to hell. But like, so I'm actually curious myself to see what it's like over there now.
Sure.
But before, it was always like, you can tell you're playing in front of Germans or something. They're watching every note you play versus the American crowds. Like, they're just a little more into just hanging out and partying, and they don't really care as much.
Right.
It just depends on where you're at, and like it seems like in the past a European crowd is a little more prompt. They show up at doors, they leave when the show is over. It's less of a cool guy effect like in America, where everybody's like, yeah, I'm going to skip the first 2 bands or whatever because I don't care about them.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm so happy you guys are back out there. I just wish you all the best, like I said before, and
appreciate it.
Love that you guys are back out there and touring, and the tour package seems great too. It really does. It sounds like a wonderful tour package you've got, and yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate you taking the time to do this. I know you guys are busy and you're touring and whatnot, and you take the time to speak with Doc West. I was like, I hope he'll do it. That'd be really cool. I always love talking with you. I've enjoyed it since the first time I met you, and ever since it's just been a pleasure. And I'm sorry we don't do more stuff in person. I'm not able to get out there right now. So
that's understandable. Yeah. Hey man, anytime you want, I'll come on and talk.
Man, it's such a pleasure. Real quick too, as far as like tracks off the work that you're performing live, are y'all doing most of the record, just certain cuts? And how did you come up with picking the cuts that you are playing?
Yeah, we're doing like a pretty sizable chunk of the record, as a matter of fact. I think we kind of decided to leave a couple of like the more mellow cuts at home.
Okay.
Like your Wait and your Maybe One Days and the Tower songs didn't make it out this time.
Gotcha.
But we were playing like Dreaming Black Clockwork is really fun to play live.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and just like having the live stacks and stuff. And we've been playing Episode, which is my favorite song on the record.
It's a good one.
It's Terrestrial 4.
Oh wow, yeah.
Doing that, and that's such a trip to play that whole song. So we just brought out like the real ass beater songs on the record, and like just to show, sort of just to like hold them up next to the stuff that we're playing from Where Owls Know My Name, which everybody is, most of our fans at least are very, they're well accepting of, and I feel like putting that stuff next to the Owls stuff makes it clear that like this does belong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, I mean, you guys outdid yourself with the work. I can't say enough good things about that. The production, the artwork, everything on it. It's just the musicianship. It's fabulous. All the stuff that you shared with me about the lyrical and personal stuff that you poured into the album, and it just comes out. I can't imagine getting to see it sonically live. It's got to be incredible.
Yeah.
But man, thank you so much for doing this. Like I said, I just wanted to, I hope it's cool. You're my guy to talk to in Rivers, man. Always love talking to you. You're so wonderful to have on, and we've had a lot of people ask if you come back on, so I really appreciate you doing it. And
no problem, dude.
It's always a lot of fun. And dude, I wish you all the best. You take care of yourself.
All right, you too, man.
Okay, my friend.
We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Phantasm.
And you know something? I sort of enjoyed it.
Phantasm.